In a world with entirely too many shows about cars, this is another pointless automotive podcast.
You want to bring us in, big dog?
Oh, do I ever? Welcome to another pointless automotive podcast. You know my voice, or maybe you don't. I'm Frank Chadwick, co-host extraordinaire, partner in crime. How the hell are you?
Doing all right, man. Doing all right. And how are you doing, dude? Like, really, how are you doing?
Oh boy, good. So normally and actually currently, I am sitting on a stool in my garage. It is not the cuck stool. Just standard.
Shame.
I think it was like a Harbor Freight, like super cheap stool. I really need to get another one, because it kind of hurts my back if I sit on this thing for quite some time. And currently it's not hurting my junk, which is good.
This is great.
I am fresh off. I guess just about a week and a handful of days off of your boy's shooting blanks now.
Nice.
Yeah, got me the old vasectomy, and
same flavor as before, original recipe, or
ooh, well, you know what? I haven't taste tested, to be honest.
First thing I would have done.
Yeah, immediately
in the car afterwards.
Yeah, exactly. God, like,
Sir,
I just imagine
again.
the receptionist at the office at like the medical, like the medical office is like, God damn it, has to call the cops again. Like it just happens all the time. Like, oh man, I gotta call the cops on another one. No, haven't taste tested. Everything works. I'll put it that way. But
Nice.
what I'll say is,
Yes.
the procedure itself, and maybe this is a deep risk of oversharing.
I think this is PCP, Project Car Progress.
Yeah.
I don't want to say what the PCP stands for in this scenario. Let's just avoid it.
Yeah. Progress is potentially progenity, I think, might be one. Anyways,
I was gonna say penis, but
potentially
low hanging fruit.
Hey, so recovery pretty cake. Like everyone's like, oh, like I was laid up. I just like had a photo shoot later that day and I did it, and then I was just like, I need to get this done today because I'm probably going to be like irreparably sore for the following days after. And I was like, nah, like not a thing. So recovery was cake. The procedure itself, not fun. Like I'll put it this way, I felt a lot more than I was anticipating.
You were awake for this?
Oh yeah, no, I think you're always awake.
Oh,
but like,
was that in general that statement? I think you're always awake, sir. I'm very much not woke. Let me remind you that.
Yes. No, I think traditionally the procedure is done with local anesthesia, and certainly it was for me. But I still felt a lot of unpleasantness.
Did they do a live feed so you can watch the fucking thing in front of you, like on a laptop?
I mean, I could have just looked down. I was just lying on.
They didn't put a courtesy curtain.
No, I wasn't gonna. Like, and the urologist, shout out Dr. Lieb, you're a real one. He was like, like you're cool. Like I'll tell you, what's happening as we're going along. I was like, can you actually not give me a play-by-play?
Right.
And now I'm like,
oh my God,
pulling out the vas deferens.
You almost froze with an agony face just then, by the way. So that was, don't do it.
Yeah. So anyways, if you're thinking about doing it, don't let me steer you away from it. You should just do it.
What's the scariest thing you can? And we are talking about a vasectomy. I don't think we find that. We didn't do it. It wasn't a gender reassignment. It was a vasectomy, I believe. And the worst thing you could probably hear is like, "Oops, that's the penis."
Yeah. Oop, that's gone. Yeah. No.
Yoink.
Yeah, it's an experience. It was the procedure, and it felt like it was like a half-hour thing. It was probably like 15 minutes, but like it was, I can
Painful
handle
enough,
like the hearing the sizzling of the cauterization and stuff. Like that's fine. I didn't feel any of that, but like the rooting around for things and stuff, I did feel, which was decidedly unfun.
Frank, I'm not going to go on record and say we have the best intros to an automotive adjacent podcast. We're pretty fucking good.
Yeah. Well, I got in my car and I drove myself home sitting on they gave me a little, like, just a little ice pack bag thing that I didn't even really use. But I sat on my way on the drive home. It felt right.
Good.
And a thing of Mott's apple juice. They gave me a little juice box.
I thought that was the funniest picture. I like how you candidly had your nuts sitting on an ice pack in the background of that shot.
Yeah, no, that's
That's
mise
good.
en scene. I did that on purpose.
You
That's good.
probably could have had pants on, but I'm gonna give you points anyway because of the scenario.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. But no. So, anyways, that's my life update. How about you? Have you had any genital altering surgeries lately, or no?
No, I'm still walking around with a fully loaded weapon. It's quite dangerous, and
Oh boy. Yeah.
it is what it is.
Oh no. Okay. Well, on that bombshell.
What are we talking about?
First off, you got Paps today? You're not going Miller?
I got Paps, dude. I gotta kill this Paps. I have like a couple 30 racks kicking around.
Oh, wow. Just cuz.
Just cuz. You never know.
Speaking
Man.
of just cuz, I got a I don't know if you could see this. Read my can here. We've got the forget about a because I'm drinking.
God, I thought that said
Alvarado
cum.
Street.
I really thought that said cum.
Yeah. Too foggy, too furious. It's like a Fast and the Furious themed.
That's kind of
beers.
a second gen Eclipse from what I can make out. Maybe.
No, it's the
So
pink
hard to
S.
see.
It's the pink S2000.
Okay, got it.
From the second Too Fast, Too Furious, actually, and it's a 4-pack of cans, and they're all different. I now have, if you can see, there's a shitty lamp. Okay, let me move the shitty lamp. I have a beverage fridge now.
Look at you
Upgrading. It was a
sly
hand-me-down
dog.
from my parents. It's designed for wine, so I had to like remove some shelves and stuff. And so now I have some car. I'm going to keep car-themed beers in it. And Alvarado Street's a big fan. I'm a big fan of theirs, and they are a big fan of doing car-themed labels on beers, including this Too Foggy, Too Furious. And so this is what I'm drinking today. And this is a very long intro.
It is
for our topic today, which is boy, are we gonna do it? Are we gonna throw another gauntlet down for one another?
Am I in a position to do it? No. Do I have like this unbelievable force that's pressing me towards it? Yes. We're gonna do it, dude. We're gonna do this.
Yeah.
Shall I spill it? Shall I spill it? I mean,
I'm gonna take a sip of this and taste
please,
it, and you tell the people.
Drink your pink shiny can. So it's, last time we did an APA podcast, official cheap car challenge, was for the rally, was the $3,500 rally cars, where that included the price of the car, the build. And we've thrown around some other ideas because that was a lot of fun for one of us. But it was a fun idea, and I think we should do that again. I think we should absolutely do it again. And we've tossed around this idea, the cheap Overlander, because overlanding's awesome. Off-roading is fun in general, like really fucking fun. But it's a super spendy automotive hobby. If you're really gonna build a real adventure rig, dude, the ceiling's out of control, right? Like what people do. Everything from the kind of off-road van lifestyle stuff, like a Mercedes Sprinter van that tops out at like 200,000. You've got Land Cruisers that are outfitted with every piece of ARB merchandise, even the air freshener. It gets wild, right? And then there's guys with like LR3s and stuff and LR2s that are just like crazy, and I love that. But we're cheap.
Yes, we are.
That's we're super thematic about being cheap. So I think we tossed around $5,000. Does that sound doable? Like, honestly doable. And I'm not talking just building a truck. I'm talking about something that can withstand you and I going on a moderate, not mild, moderate off-road adventure.
Yeah, you know what? It's funny. It's a tight budget. But if you don't care as much about cool factor,
yes, yep.
And if you don't care as much about like the showiness that comes with a lot of overlanding stuff, right? Like having your rooftop tent on the top of your SUV with the shovel, with the gas cans, with the water and this and that all strapped to the side of it to go down a couple of dirt trails twice a year, and you keep that on your car and take all the MPG hits for it and all that. Because it's just like, it's butch and it's a look, and it's actually a look I kind of like. I think it's cool.
It's also functional. Some applications it's totally functional, right?
It's functional, but if you never use it, is it functional?
Yeah, because you don't have the use case.
It's like it's like an even more masculine, like EDC, like everyday carry guy kind of thing. So if you don't get caught up in that, and you're okay with like just pure function, I think it's super doable.
Ooh, super doable. I think
right. Like, and also, and I say that because like if you get something where like the paint's blasted,
right.
and
Yep.
you just spend the time making it like mechanically pretty tight, and even like you don't spend huge money on like, you don't buy the KO3s or whatever. Like you
Damn
just
it.
get the tires that work.
Right.
And you don't the car it already has no paint. So like, oops, like I scraped the rockers on things to get up the trail. Don't
Sure.
care.
Yeah.
Right? And not like go full like shitbox, but like
Sure. Yeah.
I think it's super doable. Again, if you don't get
Ooh.
caught up in the cool factor stuff. And it's easy to do. Like there's
Oh,
something like, oh, I'd love to do this, and oh, I want to put that on it, and this cool skid plate, and this, this lift kit and that, and like the budget will prevent us from doing a lot of that. But I
You're
think it's still doable.
you're so right, dude. It's a slippery slope. It's scope creep. It's all of that when you start
Yeah.
like locking in for your overland build. The thing for me though is like true off-roading stuff, and we'll find cheap ways to make it happen, right? Because that's what we do.
Sure.
But like tires, lift kits, these things aren't cheap. And if you're buying a stock vehicle, at a minimum, we have to have some kind of modicum of off-road quality tire. And even if we get the cheap ones, like the Mucho Macho, whatever.
Oh, they do have.
What
Cosmo
is it?
Tire does have an off-road one. I don't remember what it's called.
They're still cheaper
God, I'm
than
gonna look it up.
they're
You keep
still
talking.
cheaper than the traditional like daily grind tire that they offer or all season.
Yes.
So we're gonna spend some money there. We're also with all-wheel drive overlanders, we have to make sure the gearboxes are good. These are things that fail over time. If one of us fucks up and buys a truck where the low range gearbox is fucked, we're out at $5,000 total, right? So it's tricky. I think I would put the level of difficulty on this challenge higher than the rally car challenge.
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
I think so because it's fraught with more potential, like instant lose you're fucked kind of pitfalls, right? Like something breaks or you just get stuck forever, or like you thought that the thing was capable enough and it clearly isn't. And so I think, I don't know, I'm curious because we've only very, 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 you and I loosely discussed this. And so I'm curious to what your thoughts on how you're thinking about how you're going to approach this, and some of the vehicles you've had in your mind that you're looking at, because I've found that if I start looking around in the sub $5,000 price point, there's kind of like an ocean of options out there.
There are.
Whether they're good or not, or will work or not, TBD.
Sure. Yeah.
But there's a lot. Like there's a lot between, the late 80s to the late 2000s.
Yeah. Yep.
That are heavily depreciated and have huge miles, and they might be garbage, but I promise you some of them aren't. Right?
Sure.
Probably 30% of those are serviceable that are out there. And, for most people, it's hard to sell something that's off-road capable and has 230,000 miles and has bad paint, because somebody's not going to buy it to take it off-road. They're going to buy it to take the kids to school, and it gets dog shit gas mileage and looks bad. And so now it's super depreciated, but that's where we come in.
It's where we swoop in and get the deal of a lifetime.
So what are you thinking about for this?
Specific
Just generally,
vehicles?
like even at large. Yeah.
Dude, it's so like the first thing that comes to mind is tires. I'm setting aside at least $1,000, right? It's probably maybe a little less than that, but still, so that already puts me at 4. And buying heavily depreciated off-roaders with high mileage, what else needs to be done? A shit ton of maintenance.
Sure.
So I'm really aiming, and this is where things get dicey, right? We're saying 5,000, but I'm going in this thinking I need to be around 3, like right at or as close to 3 as possible, unless like they've already have nice off-road tires on there. Not going to happen for a lot of the stuff we're looking at, but realistically, I'm aiming for that $3,000 price point, which kind of takes that list down quite a fair bit, to be brutally honest, right?
Yeah.
Like it does take a chunk out, but that's where I want to have a little comfort, because what I don't want, especially this time, it's not like on the rally where I blew that heater core hose on the Volvo and I had lots of people to chip in and help. It's going to be me and this fucking guy next to me, virtually right now, Frank, and it's just going to be us possibly in the wilderness, probably down a trail or something.
Sure.
I need to like really put a lot of effort into maintenance this time. So $3,000. Oh boy.
Yeah. Like,
And it's hard to balance, right? Because we're both
well,
looking for
right.
something functional, but we like fun stuff. So we're going to try to out edge lord each other and pick something kind
Right.
of fun and exciting and
And
different and
different. And
weird.
yeah. Yeah. And so like,
Because that's points. That's points in the way we grade our
sure.
vehicles.
Yeah. You know, like there's, if I show up with I get a screaming deal on like a Pajero Mini or something like that.
If you can
Or I
score
don't
that
like,
for that price, good Lord.
I mean, yeah, yeah. I mean, it'd be something terribly wrong with it. And maybe that's okay, right?
Yeah.
What's terribly wrong with it? Oh no, a tree fell on the roof and they hammered it back into place, and so I got it for $2,000. Like,
That works.
okay, put a roof rack up there. You can't see it anymore. Done.
Right.
So there's ways to do it, and you said balance, which I think is the right word, because there's a lot of stuff that I'm looking at where I go, okay, for maybe $2,500, I can get something that, you know, needs maintenance and can do most of what we're looking to do probably in stock form, but would greatly benefit from, you know, chunkier tires or like a gentle lift kit or you know, some of the cheap flashy stuff that you can do, right? Like like a used LED light bar
We
for
got to do
$80
something
on Marketplace.
Yeah, you got to
some
do
of that
something
shit,
like
right?
Yep.
Or and maybe you got to do a timing belt service and some heavier maintenance stuff, right? And it's $2,500. Or what if I find something that is more capable out of the box, has a lot, is more well maintained? Maybe it's ugly, right? And that's why it's only $4,500. But now and maybe it's got good tires on it. Maybe they're not like super chunky mud terrains, but maybe they're like solid all terrains.
ATs.
Or,
Yep.
you know, something like that. But now you're flying close to the sun, right? Now maybe you think, hey, I'm set up out of the box. I got $500 to do, you know, to buy the used light bar and whatever. But if you get it and then all of a sudden you're like, oh shit, like this needs a rear diff mount, or this thing, it turns out it's got a leaky air strut or whatever. Am I selling the second row seats to be able to get money back to get it trail ready? So that's the balance. And I keep waffling back and forth because there's some stuff, you know, there's some stuff that you can get cheap. And you know you're going to have to put work into it, but then you know you're going to be good on the other end.
Right.
And then there's other stuff that's a little pricier. So I don't know. I keep waffling back and forth on kind of how I want to approach it. Like, what's your gut tell you?
Dude, it's tough. For me personally, and this is just my frugality in life, is I always want to come in low with my initial investment. That way I have the room to play. Because even if the vehicle isn't as robust from the factory, that money, the aftermarket for most of these trucks, depending on how obscure you go, right, is there to bring it up to that level it needs to be. And the beauty of this is like we are kind of doing like an light overland kind of build. We're not building rock crawlers. So these vehicles can't just be cool to take through a muddy like pit or over some bumps. These things have to drive to wherever we're going. And I think we should bake in a little bit of a road trip section, because I think that's the best thing about overlanding is your vehicle has to safely and comfortably somewhat get you to the location, right? So
so I have a location. I have a thought. Hear me out.
Let's hear it.
So
Alaska.
Dead horse. We're going to Prudhoe Bay.
Let's fucking go.
Now that I've had my vasectomy, I want to go to Prudhoe. No,
this guy has no fear. He's going to be free skeeting the whole time.
Yeah. No, but somewhere between here and Prudhoe Bay is Lassen. Okay. So if you go like Lassen National Forest, which is what is that from here? About 4.5 hour drive.
Ooh.
North. But so the last time I went up there, I've got some good friends of mine. They've got a cabin up there, and I'm not talking about like let's go invade their cabin, although that could be fun. It's by I can't even remember the name of the town. There's a bunch of there's a ton of just BLM land out there, and that's Bureau Bureau of Land Management, not Black Lives Matters. I don't know if they have their own sovereign nation yet, but give it time.
Give it time.
I feel like there's a Liberia joke in there that I'm not going to make because
I almost said Wakanda forever, but I
no, also
I backed
equally,
off. Yeah, backed off.
Equally.
Fair enough. We're not going to make it 4 hours, but continue.
BLM, and I support both types of BLM, but the BLM I'm talking about, the Bureau of Land Management, there's a ton of just BLM land out there with some really cool trails, and I actually took the lifted Sienna out there and got it through some really hairy stuff.
Nice.
And then got to like this like huge granite staircase that was just like, nope, that's not going to work. But I think we can show up with things that could do that. In something that isn't a lifted minivan.
Yeah.
And you can just like because BLM land, like you're just allowed to kind of like, as long as you clean up after yourself, you can just kind of camp wherever. There's a bunch of like, like alpine lakes and stuff up there.
Dope.
And there are other people that go up there. So if we get catastrophically wreck our shit, we might have to sit there for 12 hours, but somebody will come by and we can get bailed out. So
nice.
That's where I've been thinking about doing something like this. And that would have a great transit section. It's up by like Butte Meadows and up there. So
okay, nice.
Do you have any? What have you been looking at?
Oh, dude,
because I've been looking at a lot. I've got a lot of like I ping pong back and forth. Like, oh, this would be perfect. Oh, but then like I'm very shiny object. I keep like finding other things. Like, what have you been like lightly shopping for?
So I don't want to like. I haven't picked up anything yet. Usually that's the case. And I bought 2.
Which one?
So
am I taking?
We were going Xterra land for a while. I sent you a few Xterras. I think Xterra is still a very strong candidate just because it's modern enough. It's fucking capable enough.
Yeah.
The market, I think they're cheap. Here's the thing though. Frank, I've been paying attention. I pay attention to some like, topical stuff about cars. New Xterra looks fucking sick that's coming out. Have you seen pictures of this thing?
I've seen like one. I saw it look pretty dope.
Yeah, dude. So they're like, it's straight up body on frame, hardcore off-roader, super boxy, like kind of what we're talking about fucking Nissan doing. Hey, dude, can we just say that we did our saving Nissan talk kind of bled through? Someone picked up on it, man. But anyway, Xterra is coming back, which we could see a rising water raises all ships kind of deal if we do buy Xterras, so we can get out of them without losing our entire lives. I like Xterras. I do want a manual. They are fetching a premium. I've been looking at that. I'm okay with an auto for off-roading.
Same. A lot of the extreme majority of stuff that's out there is going to be automatic only.
It is.
And for an off-roader, I'm taking either way, honestly. There's some funness. That's a word. Funness and some added novelty for having a manual and potential, like if you score a good deal on something that's a manual, there's a potential better resale on the other end if you play your cards right. So there's that, but like I'm not beholden.
And reliability if those Xterras had a Jacko fucking CVT in it, right? But they don't. Right. They have a good auto gearbox.
Well, unless you get a screaming deal on a second gen Xterra and then you get coolant migration through the shitty welds and the radiator.
We can barely afford the first gen, dude.
Fair.
So I'll take that. I've looked at the Xterras. There's the usual candidates there. I loved my first gen Trooper, but I don't think it's the vehicle for a road trip. Something about the 120 horsepower, top speed of 50 miles per hour might be a little troublesome. Same with like a Suzuki Samurai, which you cannot afford for that price point. I think our trackers and sidekicks are fair game. Those are cool trucks to get, but they're getting hard to pinch under 5K.
And here's another thing, and I'm glad that you mentioned those. That the kind of run of vehicles, right? Because I think there's for the overlanding thing, there's value in having something big.
Sure.
Because you can just sleep in it and you can have a bunch of gear and
gear.
a bunch of shit. But then there's also a different set of advantages for having something small.
Trails.
Right. Like a real tight wheelbase is great. Something narrow is great. And potential fuel economy gains in the transit section, great. So I go back and forth on like, how do I want to kind of structure this? And I've been leaning mentally more into the big side of things.
Yeah, same.
But then that
which would be a
Xterra, like,
I
it's
think that's
kind
a
of like the
mid-size
right
today, though.
size.
Isn't a mid-size today? Those old,
Yeah, an Xterra, yeah.
right?
Yeah, I think an Xterra is kind of the right size.
It is. It is. So is
But
a
what else?
Pathfinder, like a first or second gen Pathfinder, same form factor, really.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm good with that kind of stuff. Monteros are good. V6 Monteros are pretty nice. What else do we usually traffic in? Now you could be silly, go a little crazy. We've
Mhm.
been known to do this. You could score a rough LR3 for
I've been looking at
4.
those a lot.
Yeah, you know I have to. You know
I've been
I
looking
almost
at
pulled
those
the
a
trigger on a few of
lot.
those.
There's a few for like mid to high
I
threes
know,
with
and that's
big miles with like 200K, and you're like, oh, because that's that. See, like that is the exact example of stuff where I'm looking at like how far, how close to the sun do I want to fly as far as out of the box capability.
Mhm.
You know,
Very
those V8s
capable.
are reliable.
The LR3, yeah.
Those LR3s are probably the most reliable Range Rover, Land Rover ever made.
Yeah, because the LR4s just ate the timing chain guides like commonly.
Yeah, those five. And the LR4s are too expensive
Yep.
for what we're doing. But you can get like a 200,000 mile bad paint LR3 for like $3,500
Yeah.
and just hope nothing breaks.
Nothing electrical breaks. Yeah, nothing.
Right. Yeah. Well, it's electrical. Like, oh, the headlights don't work. Like, okay,
My
fine,
gauge
whatever.
cluster goes out. It's fine.
Whatever. Is it running? Is it knocking? Just send it. Because those are really capable on the trail.
And it's so nice, like very comfy for the ride, right? Your transit section will be cake.
Yeah. Like if you can buy the right one, that's a big if.
Oof.
But if you can buy the right one, say you spend 4.
It's,
I mean,
dude,
you kind of can just spend tires and go if it's the right one. But and then, you know, like, oh, by the way, I did look it up. There are Mucho Macho Cosmo tires. They do make they do make their own brand of mud terrains. They're called Mud Kickers.
okay.
So you can
Cool.
get some Mud Kickers.
Cool name.
Yeah. So good to know. But yeah,
the,
I
the
don't know,
LR3s are
LR3s.
interesting. Like I do find the HSEs with like the locking diffs and everything do ask for a premium for people selling them. They seem to know that. But dude, is this? But if something breaks on that, you're out. If you buy a $4,000 LR3 and you need to put like anything serious mechanically into it, parts are still super pricey on those, by the way.
Yeah. I mean,
that's the crux.
eBay Motors for the win for like a lot of shit, you know.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm not ruling it. Dude, look, I'm not ruling it out. I got a bunch of them saved, and I'm with you. They're right there, but we
probably have the same one saved.
Yeah, of course we do. And they're at the higher end of the price thing, so that like, you hope you're like, oh, it runs great. It's my daily. It's just on it's on like it's been parked for like 3 years, and they're like, oh, that's not a daily. That's there's something going on.
I saw one
there,
that where it was just like runs great, everything's perfect. It just needs cats, and I'm like, what the like? God damn it! This car's mechanically totaled. Yeah,
that's at least $4,000. Cool.
Yeah, they're asking like $3,000. I was like, ooh, that's doable.
I
was like,
shit.
it needs cats. Like, I suppose we can overland without catalytic converters, but whatever.
That'd be hard. The
Test
registration part would be
Montana.
interesting. So I saw an Xterra where it was like, oh, transmission's bad. It just needs a trans. And I'm like, well, you're selling it for like $500 cheaper than one with a working trans.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to hard pass on that, but thank you.
Yeah. You okay, so we can just kind of volley these back and forth because I've seen a lot of different stuff that would work. You know what are shockingly, maybe not shockingly, but in my mind, shockingly inexpensive and would either be really good or really awful for this?
Give me a hint. Yeah, domestic, foreign. What are we talking?
Foreign.
Large, small,
quite large.
Oh,
Japanese.
An old Sequoia, maybe like an old beater.
No, but yes.
Yeah,
but that's not what I'm talking about here. And actually, I have a line on a decent one of those, but we'll get to that in a minute.
Yep.
First gen Infiniti QX56.
They're so fucking cheap.
That's what I mean.
There are
I was
reasons.
like, oh, I wonder if that would work. Like, I could probably get. And then I'm looking. I'm like, oh, bro, I can get one that like smells like shake and bong water for like $3,800.
You can.
I don't know how good that would be on a trail.
Those are Armadas, correct? Like just those ones were just Armadas, which were not as good as the Pathfinder for off-roadiness, but pretty robust.
Yeah. Almost like a suburban somewhere size wise between a Suburban and a Tahoe.
Oh, that's a big boy. Your
Yeah.
suspension's gonna be fuckered. Um,
Yeah, but like it was
it's gonna be
intriguing. I was like, ooh, this would be like a fun, weird thing.
that would be cool. I did look at I love the passports and rodeos. I think those are
Hmm.
kind of fun.
Yeah,
Those are
I've been
kind
looking
of
at
like
some of those.
those are kind of like first gen Pathfinder size, which I actually love because it's like to me that size vehicle is perfect for trail bombing.
Hmm.
You know, they're not too wide, wheelbase isn't too long to make it
Yep.
like high center. Um, and they're reliable. They're pretty robust,
Hmm.
pretty reliable. And I think they look cool.
Yeah,
Boy.
and
Yeah.
that hold on, let me mentally count. Is it somewhere between third and fourth gen Pathfinder? I'm not up to it, but it's like the 2005 and up. I
Should
guess
be a
like probably
third,
2000.
third gen.
Yeah, because that second gen was really like I feel like it got in 2000 it became the third gen, but it was really the updated whatever they called that the R51. I don't remember what they
And
call
I
it.
like those. I like those second gens.
No, the second gens are great, and you
Mhm.
can get one of those. They're not as capable as something like the Xterra.
Sure.
Not nor is that third gen, but you can get those third gens with the 4 liter,
Hmm.
like the VQ40, also like really inexpensive.
I know.
And it's a little bigger than something like an Xterra,
Hmm.
but they're cheaper than a second gen Xterra. And so you can get one for $3,500 with big miles. That might be an interesting play too. I don't know.
Is an interesting play. Are you ruling out like S10 Blazers and Bronco T's for this exercise?
No, and
They're
and
kind of
and
fun.
and maybe this would be a either a second mission if we accomplish the first one, or maybe we can work this into our adventure. Um, but my kid really wants to go on a overlanding
Oh,
camping adventure,
dude. Yeah.
and if we both were bringing children in tow, I think something's a little bigger than a Bronco 2
Right.
would be advantageous.
Oh, so
However,
you're looking at holding on to this piece of crap rig. I like it.
no, but I'd like to like if I get like to the other end of summer and then sell it and then
This
but
guy,
like take it on
you are
like multiple
ambitious,
trips.
my friend. You are
I know.
ambitious for our five
Have it
thousand
for
dollar
5 whole months.
Overlanders.
But like I can see where I don't know because I thought about like two-door SUVs. Like what's on your
I
two-door short
know
list?
they're so good looking. You know how I feel about that. Well, then you can go like first gen Pathfinder and silly stuff like that, like the Bronco 2 and Blazer. You can get
Yeah.
in two door.
Explore. I've been looking at Explorer Sports because they're cheap. Any gen
Yep,
two-door Explorer.
I love the Explorer Sports, and you can get a manual, and you can get
Mazda
that 4
Navajo.
liter Mazda Navajo.
I've been looking. I've been looking. I
None,
found one in
none.
SoCal, but it's a little too rough.
Early CRX RAV4 two door. Manual is probably going to be a little too price creepy there, but if you can buy
Yeah.
a rough one, that would be killer.
Yeah.
Dude,
Car Donation. I think I sent you a photo. Car Donation has a first gen Explorer Sport
yeah,
4
that
by
was a
4 auto.
pretty killer
It's got
looking
like
one.
80. I think it's got 87,000 miles on it.
Damn. Probably
Needs
should bring
some
that one
work.
back.
They donated it because it's stuck in 4 high.
Oh,
But I looked and it's not an uncommon thing. There's just like it's just got like a motorized actuator that fails, and Rock Auto's got one for like $150.
you saying we should rescue that bad boy?
Maybe I don't know. Maybe I overland it. I don't know. Maybe it's too nice to overland because it's nice. It's green over beige.
So
But yeah, like
you
two-door
mentioned
stuff.
there was a just for a second, it was like 35 or 3,800 bucks. It was
Mhm.
a 4 door teal RAV4 manual, 4x4. That popped up just for a millisecond, sold that same day before I could message the guy. Like it popped up and I'm like, oh, I gotta message that later. And then because it was so cheap, I think they said the rear main seal was leaking, which is kind of a dick. But
Yeah, it
sometimes
sucks.
people are wrong when they estimate
You said it was a
that.
manual?
Yes.
Okay, so great. You're doing a clutch too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I mean, you don't ever see like the manual RAV4s and CRVs are always super pricey. This
Yeah.
thing was like 3,800 bucks. And I'm talking like had 104,000 miles, so low mileage. It was teal with the crazy nice interior. I know. I was like,
Yeah.
and then like, of course, they probably got fucking destroyed with messages, right?
You know what it is,
So.
and you've probably seen it because our algorithms, I assume, are pretty similar.
Mm-hmm. Just
on
like the hub.
Right.
I've heard
but
it
no,
sounds like that.
yeah. So yeah, so I feel heard what sounds like it.
I don't know. Whatever we're
Um,
talking about, bro.
the God damn it. Hold on. Let me reset the brain space here. No,
Sorry.
there is a two-door, of course it's two-door, but it's like an '01. I think it's '01 or '02 Isuzu Amigo.
Yep.
It says 12,000 miles. I'm assuming it's more than that. 120. I'm assuming they left the zero off. But it looks really clean. They're asking like $3,600.
4x4?
There's only two. There's 4 by. It says 4x4. There's like hardly any description and only 2 photos. But it looks really clean, and I'm like, oh,
I love those.
That would be sick. An Amigo,
dude. My old man had one growing up, manual with the cloth top, and it was like I thought it was the coolest vehicle.
This one's got the hard top on it.
Oh yeah, that's still cool. But the cloth,
it's like a silver over gray two-tone.
Yeah, you could unzip the windows and shit, and it was just like it looked at the time. It looked so good when it came out.
Yeah, so that would be, but like I think I want something a little bit bigger than that. What else have you been? And you said Montero. That is absolutely on my short list. Third, like you can get a third gen Montero.
Yep.
I think facelift on those was '03, and with the facelift you got the 3.8, which was a nice little
motor.
bump in power. You get like an extra 20 horse or something. Power I don't really care about too much on this adventure.
No, just get enough to maintain highway speeds, right?
Yeah,
that's the big thing.
But yeah, like
after you put those fucking mud whoppers on there.
Well, like that's the thing. Those third gen Monteros are so like probably the most amount of capable that you can get for your money.
Sure,
they're even more like I would say they're probably more capable than an Xterra.
Really?
Yeah, the tires. I think they've got more ground clearance out of the box. The tires are bigger. The wheelbase is longer, which is tough.
They're heavier for sure.
They're certainly heavier.
Yep.
But I know the limiteds. They all came with center locking diff, but I know the limiteds came with
rear lockers.
Not a rear locker, but it's like a rear LSD.
Yep.
Which
what did they call that? I had a name for it.
I
can't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah, MyFec. No, I don't know.
MyPec.
Yeah, OPEC. I mean they get terrible gas mileage, so it might as well be OPEC. But no, they those are like in a lot of ways in my mind that's the right answer, but I never choose the right answer. So I don't
no.
If a great one comes along, what else have you been looking at though?
I mean, we're running out of territory here, man. Acura SLXs aren't coming up too often.
I've been looking at the second gen Troopers though.
Same. Yeah, good truck.
Those are good trucks.
Dude, the quality of life improvements of a first gen versus second gen Trooper is like near infinite. Just to be terribly clear.
It's like refinement, goes from like a farm implement to like a luxury cruising
which is
vehicle.
Cool because I love the farm implement of the first gen. Trust me, that's it. The looks too are better. But that second gen, huge step up in luxury and power, mechanical advancement, all that.
Well, that's like a lot. What I'm finding with a lot of this is a lot of people like the farm implement thing for doing what we're doing.
Yep.
And I do too. In a perfect world, give me the farm implement.
Yep. Same.
That is like, the first gen Isuzu Trooper or early Montero or first
Raider.
gen 4Runner.
Dodge Raider.
First gen Pathfinder is even a little nicer than those. But the market appreciates those a lot better too. There's a lot more people that appreciate that. So kind of where the sweet spot is like the first, like the more newer stuff that doesn't have that same farm implement kitschiness and feel and hipsterness to them. Like the third gen Montero and that first gen Xterra.
Second, third gen Pathfinders. Yep.
Another one I've been, like your WJ Grand Cherokees.
I was gonna say, no looking at the Cherokees or what?
You know what I just started looking at today, and is absolutely a contender to the point where like, and again I say I waffle back and forth. So what I say is front runner right now will be completely different tomorrow.
Okay.
But one thing that I've been looking at is my mental front runner right now. You know how cheap you can get a fully equipped Jeep Commander for?
Dude,
You know how sick
very
how
cheap.
sick were those when they first came out?
They had
They
an
were the
issue though.
dopest thing.
They have a few
Well,
issues.
it's got a Hemi. That's the issue.
Yeah,
But if you've got one that's like not ticking away,
they're so nice looking, dude.
they're sick.
They're so good.
I remember when those came out, and it was like, God, were they cool? Like in every way. I think every walk of life appreciated those, and then they disappeared.
Yeah, yeah. God, they're nice.
Yeah. Like there's a couple I saw on Marketplace here locally that are like out of the box turnkey ready. Like, this one's been lifted and has like is Overland build for like under $5,000 done. And I'm like, they look so cool. They were so sick.
So they were polarizing when they came out because they were boxy. They were kind of clunky looking, but now boxy is beautiful again.
Yeah.
There's got to be a reason they're not appreciating, Frank. I'm not trying to point any fingers at.
I think they're forgotten about.
I'm not. I think we have some Chrysler reliability baked in there.
Sure.
Of course, the Hemi, right? Which I'm a huge fan of rebuilding Hemis. That's cool. I can do that.
I can motor build.
Buy a cam and get some new, oh my God, some new lifters. But anyway, there's a reason, but agreed. That's a cool truck. That's a very, and that would be a comfy ride. If you got a sorted one, the road part would be gourmet. That's gourmet living.
And they're pretty capable out of the box. Like,
lots of
for
power.
what we're going to do, we're not going to conquer the Rubicon unless we are. I don't know, but
we got to start somewhere.
Man. Those are sick. And before we run out of time, like, you mentioned early Sequoia.
Yep.
There is you can find big time milers.
Mm-hmm.
Not big timers. That's everybody get your roll on. Everybody get your roll on. What? It's a different.
Thank you for clarifying. Yeah.
Yeah. Although I promise you, the big timers had or perhaps Birdman. Maybe Lil Wayne had a brand new Jeep Commander limited in period. They had to have.
Someone did.
On like 28s. So sick. Sequoias.
Yeah.
You can get a beat up miler for just under $5,000.
Yep.
Like just like $4,500. There's one my car donation guys got in, and it's been sitting there. Nobody wants it because it has 265,000 miles.
Nothing.
It's an 05, which is the first year
the VVTi,
the VVTi, and the 5-speed auto. So it's
combo.
The one you want.
Use the FE power,
right? And it's fully decked out. So it's a limited 4-wheel drive. It has all the options, leather, all the bells and whistles,
tattered leather.
The leather's actually not too bad. Now it is disgusting. Like it needs it needs like 7 details. The paint on the bumpers are chewed up. They ran a Carfax. There's some service records in it. No accidents.
Okay.
But you pop the engine bay. There's no recording of a timing belt ever being done on the Carfax. There's no sticker anywhere in the engine bay. So it needs
that can't be true, but
it can't be the original. I mean, it could be the original one. I'm assuming it isn't.
God, I hope not.
VVTi to UZ, so you have to do a timing belt.
You absolutely do.
The valve covers are leaking pretty good. But it's been sitting and nobody's buying it. I could probably in good conscience buy it for 4.
Okay. Oh boy.
But then I have to do myself because only the budget would allow it.
Yep.
Timing belt, water pump, valve covers,
which
whatever
is
else.
Fairly straightforward on a UZFE.
Yeah, it's not too bad. But it's time.
Yeah, it's a few $100 too for the timing components.
And then also,
on that motor.
The tires on it are in decent shape, but they're just like Michelin Latitude, just
not gonna
street tires.
Not gonna cut it.
Which can try and probably be okay.
I can't afford a winch in my budget, dude. Don't do it.
Yeah, what's cheaper? I buy a winch versus tires.
Good Lord.
So I don't know. It's gray it's like dark gray with gray leather. They installed like DVD players in the back, and like there's mystery switches. in the dash that are for God
Those
knows
are
what.
fun.
Yeah,
All
probably
right.
exhaust cutouts. I don't know. I don't know. But that's in the running. So
Yeah.
those
Don't
sequoias
hate it.
are great.
I'm
Yeah,
sure, like, we're up against it for time. I'm sure we
yeah.
missed anything. Guys,
So
listeners,
many.
if we're missing anything obvious or you have any good pointers on like vehicles we should be looking at that we didn't name, dude, let us know because I'm sure.
Lincoln Aviator,
Yeah, no. Maybe.
Mercury
You're
Mountaineer.
just naming the same vehicle, dude. But
I
but
mean, sort of.
point us in the right direction and let us know what we're missing out on and where we should go with this. And I know we have an obligation to be kind of goofy and off color with our choices. So
ML 430.
X90, and you have to sleep in it. So
Yes, yes.
with your legs hanging out the
The
window.
bed you made, you must sleep in it.
Good Lord. But that's a fun one, man. I'm actually looking forward to that. We'll have
Mhm.
to put a timeline to it soon before you find the perfect vehicle.
Well, here's the thing with the timeline. You got the leg up here because you already sold your previous challenge car for huge coin, and I'm sitting on mine just out here in the driveway. And in a couple of days, I'm gonna put it on a lift. I'm gonna poke around the rear suspension and get that thing sorted, and
Do it.
either move it or the registration's up in April, so I got to
Save
get
that
it sorted between here and there.
Save that talk for PCP, my friend. That's some
That's
proper
true.
PCP talk.
That's true. Okay. Well, anyways,
Should we play a game?
We should. We should. Do you
All
want
right.
to introduce
I'll bring
us
the
while
people in.
Yeah, I'm going to pull
Yeah.
something especially nasty. for you
Oh,
today.
okay. While Chadwick fishes around in his cornhole. Oh, by the way, real quick,
Uh,
you didn't shout out the game behind you.
Oh.
You got a game?
So we have a Sega Dreamcast title called Speed Devils. It's not a super
Ooh.
well known. It's an arcade racing game.
Is that an FTO?
That is none of it's real. They're
Oh,
just
okay.
all fictional cars. Good Mitsubishi FTO. Good call.
Yeah.
So in the game, you're racing and there's like crazy things. There's like a dinosaur chasing you at one point.
Oh.
There's tornadoes. Remember the old arcade style racers? It's just
The old like
good.
cruising
It's
games.
just so fun, dude. So
Cruising.
I'm a huge sim guy. I love like sim racing, but I also love this kind of fun arcadey stuff. So shout out Sega Dreamcast. Sega Dreamcast.
Cool.
Good call, man. All right, I'll
Okay,
pull
you
up
cue it
something
up,
nasty. Yes.
and then we're just gonna play a game, which, if for the uninitiated, which is probably none of you, but just in case, yeah. So this is what we're doing. Chadwick has found a print advertisement from some sort of magazine, maybe a newspaper. We haven't done a
Ooh.
newspaper yet.
We haven't.
And what he's going to do is he's going to find this ad. It's going to be for a car. It's going to be from somewhere between the 80s and 90s to the mid 2000s. And he's going to read the type copy from that ad. He's going to mentally redact out anything super overly identifying. And then it will be incumbent upon me within 3 guesses within 10 minutes to figure out the make, model, and approximate year of the vehicle in question. I'm ready. Play along at home. It's a lot of fun. Chadwick, what you got for me?
Yeah, this is a good one. Single page spread. Top 40% of the advertisement is a side profile of the car moving through a wet road, is what it looks like. In the vehicle's in silver to stop your mind's eye from wandering too far off the path.
Mercedes-Benz, final answer.
God damn it again. Didn't even start the clock. So here we go, my friend. Oh, it also shows this weird shot. I don't know why. It feels like it shouldn't even be included. It's just a shot across the passenger and driver seat.
Oh, sure. Okay.
Nothing remarkable, but just that shot. Just so you know this shot because as someone that photographs cars,
Now equipped.
it's your standard
seats.
interior shot. Yeah, 2.
Wow.
So here we go. Compared to the top 3 import sedans, blank puts you in the driver's seat with more room, period, more power, period. Okay, let me get this dialed in, buddy. More room than the top 3 import sedans. It says it breaks this down in itemized categories. The print is not that well sorted or clear, so bear with me.
Squint, baby.
The blank sedan shown has, we're going to get very technical, 14 cubic feet more total room than, here comes some competitors. You know how we like to do this. Toyota Corolla. 10 more than Nissan Sentra. 8 more than Honda Accord, based on EPA ratings for blank models. That's the year. I'm not going to give it away yet.
Wait, Corolla, Sentra, and Accord, not Civic? Whatever. That's fine.
Yeah,
Carry
I know,
on.
right? Trust me. The year is important. Blank coupe. So this car comes in other body shapes. equals or beats Corolla, Sentra, and Honda Prelude Coupe in room. Blank wagon. We have a wagon too.
Wow.
Beats, this is getting out of hand, beats the top selling import wagon by a comfortable margin. 11 cubic feet more room for passengers, 5 more for cargo. It doesn't say what it's compared to, but it just says that. It has more. Are hatchbacks a winner too, with more total room than Corolla, Sentra, and Accord hatchbacks?
Okay.
So there's some timeline hints, right?
Sure.
Like when those cars had hatchbacks.
Yeah.
More power than the top 3 imports. Now we're going to talk power.
Okay.
Blank's high compression, prove it, 2-liter engine outpowers the 3 top selling imports based on SEA net rated horsepower. So just so you know that, coupled with Blank's front wheel drive and available 5-speed, its performance, even you can feel, Frank, plus electronic fuel injection. Blank has it. Accord doesn't. Corolla doesn't. Sentra doesn't. And then it's lower prices, and it says the year. That's right. Based on a comparison of manufacturers' suggested retail prices for blank years. Almost said it. Shit. It's calamari. That's the food on the passenger seat. Prices are actually lower than last year. Level of equipment will vary. See your Blank dealer now. Drive the proof that Blank, that's the country of origin, sales leader is taking charge. Fuck. Frank, go ahead.
Well, before you absolutely eviscerate your own dick and balls, similarly to my urologist did roughly 10 days ago, I was thinking, okay, when you first started, like, first off, and right out of the gate, this had to have been this is a domestic manufacturer.
Clearly. Yep.
Even though they mentioned only Japanese cars, this was going to be a U.S. manufacturer.
Sure.
Then you said 2-liter. So in my head, I was like, okay, sedan, wagon,
hatchback,
coupe, and then with a hatchback component in there. This has got to be an Escort. But then you went 2-liter.
Yep.
Which Escort was not.
No, sir.
Because you had the 1.9, and they wouldn't have said high compression. They would have said high output, because that's how they rolled. But otherwise, that was a pretty tight. So when you said 2-liter, it's like, okay, get the gears turning. But also that eliminates Chrysler. Because the K cars were 2.2 or 2.5.
Yep.
Depending on the turbocharged flavoring. And they didn't talk about turbocharged. So that kind of left GM, right? Because you had, in the J-body stuff, you had the 2-liter. And some stuff you had a 2.2 or 2.5, depending on what was going on. But in the 2-liters, which would have been competing, he said.
Wordsmith tonight.
Exactly. With the Sentra and the Corolla, that came in a wagon,
and the Prelude Coupe, mind you.
And I've got some serious seat time in a 2-liter automatic wagon of one of these. So this has got to be a GM J body, which there are many,
of which starts with the word I almost said.
Right. Yeah. So there's the Cavalier. There's the Cimarron, which didn't come in a wagon or a coupe or a hatchback. Didn't come, the Pontiac Sunbird, which had like the 1.8 turbo and some other stuff. So, this is all me just like time fillering and
we're up against
talking
it.
circles. Talking circles about what is I'm going to say 1986 Chevrolet Cavalier.
You got the car right. 83 is how early.
Okay. Early.
Yeah,
okay.
Early.
Because you know what? You're right. Because I think 83 was when because 82, I believe, was carbureted.
And
then 83, they went to fuel injection in the 2-liter.
So yeah, good. I'm sure I helped you a little bit by reading it, but you're right. Process elimination. The reason I wanted to do this ad was 2 big reasons, dude. We haven't done a Cavalier yet, which is fucking I'm serious. We haven't done a Cavalier yet.
I think there's something wrong with our list because there's a lot of cars that I'm pretty sure we've done and I didn't see on the list.
Believe it or not, we haven't. I go back.
Not even
I
a
went
Z24?
No, I went back and listed through all our episodes and I listened to hear the quiz. So the fact is, it harkens back. I think when Doug was here, we talked about it a little bit too, is how every automaker, they didn't just have a car. It wasn't just like, that's a sedan or that's a coupe. They had the Cavalier coupe, sedan, wagon, off-road utility vehicle, rocket ship, biplane. That's every
Sibian,
automaker.
Whatever.
They were doing this. Every automaker they had their car name because the name was recognizable. It had cachet and just had a body style for every use case, which I think's fucking cool. I think in 83 that you could go get a Cavalier wagon, hatchback, coupe, or sedan is brilliant.
What is available today that is available in many, like more than 2 body styles? I'm trying to think of stuff that's like, what even is available in like 2?
CTSV wagon back in the day was a more recent one.
But I mean, like now, like today.
Dude, what now doesn't matter. We all have plug-in appliances and
I guess you have like
hybrids,
what, Rivian
crossovers.
R1S and R1T?
Yeah, I guess.
But what is even available right now that's like Civic isn't even a coupe and a sedan anymore.
No, right.
And they were one of the last holdouts. Is there anything?
BMW doesn't have a wagon anymore, do they? Or do they for a diesel? They don't have diesels anymore, do they?
No,
that was pretty recent, though.
Diesel's dead.
You could get a 3 Series, obviously, coupe, sedan, or diesel relatively recently.
But that's the thing, though, because the coupes. I mean, here's the thing: like BMW, a lot of the German manufacturers made it really dumb because they're like, we're going to separate our coupes and sedans, so we're going to have the 3 Series are going to be the sedans, and then the 4 Series are going to be the coupes. But then you get the 4 Series Grand Coupe,
and
then the GT, which is like a lifted, like it gets all
the GTs are the cord. What's it called?
The cross door.
It is a cross door, right?
God, I want to take a soft. I kind of want to do a soft rotor for our adventure, but I kind of don't. Anyway,
no, I don't want to do it either. Dangerous.
That XC70 that I sent you.
Oh yeah, dude, that'd be
sick.
Cool.
But okay, yeah. So yeah, Chevy Cavalier.
Good job, man. You did it. Chevrolet is taking charge. 1983.
1983.
You got there, man.
All right.
A little hub.
Yeah, a little, just a pinch,
a little bit. How about some PCP, man? What have you been up to? Turning wrenches, Frank?
Sort of.
Yeah?
I turned a credit card.
That counts.
So I had a situation.
Uh-oh.
The daily, the CT200, the beater CT200H.
You son of a bitch. Did you water pump it?
No. Water pump's actually in a box, like right over here. The replacement.
It's
half
ready the battle to go. Right there.
Yeah, it's ready to go. A proper ASIN pump, mind you.
Good man.
But no. I lost a tire. My driver's rear tire had myself a little blowout on the freeway.
Oh,
now, I caught it, right? I heard it. I was like, that's a weird noise. And so I coming from the left rear, so I gave it a little shimmy.
Yeah,
and I felt it wiggle. I was like, tire. But I was like the exit to my house. So I pull off the freeway like on the exit, and I look. I'm like, oh yeah, it's done. And so I had the tires. There's the ones that were on the car when I bought it. The fronts are like 2022 date coded.
Okay, not bad.
Pilot Sport all seasons.
Oh,
and the rears 2021 date coded Laufins.
I was gonna say Laufin. You should have let me do it. Good man.
And so what was great was like the front would stick, and so like in the rain or anything, like I can get it to oversteer, which you shouldn't be able to do in a CT200H.
It's not recommended.
No, but kind of fun and just dumb.
Yeah.
So the fronts were, I've got 40,000 miles on those tires almost.
Okay.
They were basically new on the car when I got them, but that's a lot of miles on a front wheel drive car on those tires. And then the rears are Laufins. So I got tires. I bit the bullet though.
Oh.
And instead of getting a set of 4 Laufins or Land Spiders,
Michelin
or
Green X high efficiency hybrid batteries.
Ecopia, whatever.
Yeah.
I did
tires.
I bought a full set of 4 Pilot Sport all seasons.
Oh, very nice,
so
my friend.
PS4 ASs,
Good.
Which they're not like the whatever. But for a daily and for this car specifically,
good tire.
It's a lot of tire.
Mm-hmm.
So I spent more money than I wanted to, but that car's been really good to me.
That's what they do.
I expensed huge mileage on that car and got money back for it. So this car's paid for itself a few times over. And also basically all of the tire pressure sensors were dead. So I did
those two?
Set of 4 tires, all new pressure sensors. I've never done an alignment on this car since I've owned it for the 40,000 miles or whatever I've had it.
Good tires, so you should now.
So good tires, 4-wheel alignment, mountain balance, pressure sensors. So what, $1,200 later?
Nice, dude.
Not nice, but nice, right?
Yeah,
drives great. And
look, you said the car's been nice to you, so I'm going to take care of it. Water pump in the box comment withstanding.
Yes.
They are great cars. I've owned 2 of them. We never celebrate our dailies, and that's because our dailies are not newsworthy most of the time, right? Because we have fucking dead nut reliable dailies, and that's the best part of having those cars for a daily.
Yeah. Yeah. I just turned 202,000 miles on it.
Okay.
And the only side effect of this is that now means I'm kind of pot committed. Sticking with it for a while.
Those aren't
and at least
tires.
Putting another 20,000 miles on it,
which it will do without
it'll
breaking a sweat.
It's just, do I want to do that, or do I want to, as we've talked about a bunch of times, and we've had a whole episode dedicated to it. I don't know, 20 episodes ago. Is life too short for having a boring daily, and should I get something more fun? And so this at least temporarily stays that.
Good.
I mean, kind of good, because it gives me more money to spend on shitbox overlanders. But
that's it. That's exactly why.
But yeah, that's kind of all I've done. How about you?
Killer, man. So my CT's not too far behind yours. I got 184 on mine. So we're pretty high mileage guys. And mine's been working great too. For me, I talked about the Geo Tracker, how like it's having this, it's not quite idling right. It's not running right. Something's a little off. And I thought to go, well, let me get my timing light out. Let me do ignition timing. But it kept in the back of my head was like, what if I fucked up the timing belt?
Right,
what if, because non-interference, what if I'm off just by like half? Like a half a tooth or whatever it is. It can happen, right? It happens to the best of us. I've done a million timing belt jobs, but you can always have a mistake. What you don't want to do is like say, nah, fuck it. It's impossible that I messed it up. And then try to diagnose and shoot around that when you have a known possible issue. It's one of the biggest mistakes you can make, because then you're looking at parts, you're looking at adjusting sensors. You could do the ignition timing. You could do all that.
You're like, whoa, I've got it fucking 32 degrees of advance to try and
all
make
the way
up
out.
for the
But it doesn't mean I need to fully retard the timing on the car, right?
True.
So we're taking it back, guys. It's okay.
Dare you, I take that personally.
It's a good point. I know you do. You gotta be like logical with this stuff, right? Like it would be easy to go in there and just do the ignition timing, right? That's the easy, less effort. Or I could be the compulsive guy I am and take the time, expose the timing belt again, just to triple check. And I sent you photos. My timing marks when I get cylinder 4 to top dead center, which you do on the side kicks and trackers.
Not one.
Perfect. Dead nuts. Perfect. You saw the marks, right? There's 2 marks on the, there's one on obviously the cam, one on the crank, on the oil. It's on the oil pump. Perfect. So I just wanted to put that at ease, because like, what if the tensioner slipped a little bit? It could be a lot of things, right? Could cause your timing to go slightly off. And if you're off by half a tooth, you'll have a rough idle, but the car still runs. So I have ruled that out, Frank. So peace of mind there. It sucks to do all that because I pull the radiator and all that fun shit.
Right.
You know me, Mr. Timing Belt. But now I'm going to get in there. I'm going to put it back together now that I know that's a known good thing, not a known issue. I'm going to go ahead and just do the timing light, make sure everything's good there. Probably adjust the ignition timing a little bit and try to get that idle where it needs to be.
You think you could be something as simple as just like chasing like an intake leak or a...
No vacuum leaks, because here's the thing. Usually you get a little bit of surge when there's like unmetered air or something like that. And I'm having no issue. It's just rough. It's like it's not timed right. And there's no misfire or anything like that. So usually my experience with these kind of vehicles that are similar or vintage to this is when you have a rough idle like that, it could be a TPS, but it's probably going to be the ignition timing is a little little fucker. And what I'll do is I'll hook up my light, play with the distributor. You got that little bit of play.
Fondle it, if you will.
Yeah, fondle it. Yeah, absolutely. Grab it right by the
base,
the distributor pussy, and twist it nicely.
I heard if you're famous, they let you, but
Yeah, you get a dude. I think that's the answer.
Then you end up in like an email list, and there's an island. I don't know.
I was gonna say there's quite a few names out there. I've heard, but yeah, that's the plan. So at least I ruled that out. It's a pain in the dick labor wise, but at least I'm there. Peace of mind.
Question. I had a thought. If we go to
Epstein Island,
no, but if I log, sort of, if I log into our podcast email, which please send us emails. We won't. We never check our email, but please send us emails at apapodinfo@gmail.com. But if I send an email to what is it? Is it JE Vacation?
I think
at gmail.com with Jeffrey Epstein's email address.
Yeah.
If from our podcast Gmail, if I send an email to that email address, does that then technically put us in the Epstein files?
I think you can only
get
in
there. Our podcast becomes
no, because I think you can only get in there once. So we're already good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
So
we're
already.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay. Yeah,
we weren't supposed to mention that. We'll just we'll edit
logs.
that out.
Yeah, the whole thing.
Emphasis on logs.
Fair and based.
Let me shut this down before Frank spills any more secrets.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys, for joining us again. APA podcast, not as deep as it used to go, though. APA podcast, another pointless automotive podcast. Yeah. Thanks for listening. Rate the podcast. Leave some comments on the YouTube. Jump in there. We definitely forgot some cheap Overland possibilities or anything wild and crazy that we missed. Let us know because I think that'd be super fun to play around with. But yeah, check us out. YouTube, subscribe. Every episode goes on there. Jesus, you can follow me, Auto Obscure Garage, mostly on YouTube for your rescues, restorations, and reviews. Frank, where can the good folks follow you?
Oh boy, you shouldn't. But if you want to, I take pictures of cars. I do that mostly via the Instagram thing. That's going to be the Photographer's Garage. So check me out there. Otherwise, just check me out here.
Keep doing it.
We're talking dumb car stuff. This is like our Chadwick and I's catalyst to discuss all the dumb car stuff in our lives and catch up about it. And then also, if you decide you want to fund our terrible beer drinking activities, we do this aggressively and monthly over on our Patreon. So we do have a Patreon. Just go to patreon.com/APApod. We do our monthly late night confidential, really deep dive, unfettered nonsense episodes over there. It's one a month. Give us like $5 a month. It's a good time. You can send us nasty grams there too.
Please.
And otherwise we'll just see you here and just put up with us.
Thank you. As always, take care, guys.
Goodbye.
Peace.